Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of the rhythm section. Now, rhythm section follows Stephanie after her family is killed in a plane crash. But news comes to light that this crash wasn't done by accident. Thus, Stephanie embarks on a journey of revenge to find the people who killed her family. First of all, I guess we should discuss this title because going in, I just kind of tried to make assumptions and I just assumed maybe her family was part of the rhythm section of a band and the band was on that plane that died. That's not the case. They do explain it, but it's just really a strange thing to title a film like this. Just gonna put that out there now. But I had hope because I actually thought the trailers looked intriguing. I have to admit, I do love Blake Lively, even in projects that maybe aren't so great. And this type of story seemed ripe for me to enjoy, if I'm being honest. So I was really looking forward to the rhythm section, regardless of what everybody else was saying. And in the end, I would say this movie is fine. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives. Well, I want to start off with Blake Lively because I think she does a really wonderful job in this role. Now, I had a problem with how she strutted as a walk in this movie. Even if she just walked around, it was just like this kind of awkward strut. But her actual acting performance was really solid. And honestly, I think Blake Lively is just underappreciated as an actress. She continually turns in really strong performances, and this is another one. She definitely does a lot of the heavy lifting for this movie. Plus, in addition to Blake Lively, I think Jude Law is very strong, as he usually is, as is Sterling K. Brown. Our cast here all do a good job. And I know a lot of people have found this film to be quite boring, but I think maybe that has to do with more how it was marketed. Because I enjoyed that we took the time to kind of train and we took the time to be with this character in her development phase. And, it prevents a Mary Sue argument, that's for sure. There's no case for Mary Sue in this film, just saying. But it really differentiated it from a lot of the other female revenge, female action type of movies we've seen recently, getting that time to grow and develop with Blake Lively's character. The score, the music that was compiled and used for this film was so good and does a lot to add intensity, to add feeling, to add atmosphere to a film that otherwise lacked it in direction and writing. However, I do think the direction overall is solid. The cinematography is really beautiful when it's given the chance to just be seen, and a fun, if not generic, story overall. So, what isn't so great about the rhythm section? Well, again, that plot and, well, this script have some major problems. This is very predictable, and it goes from plot point to plot point as predictably as you would imagine. But as it does so, it kind of has lapses in judgment, if you will. As we're moving through this movie, it continually forgets about its own logic within the film and just goes on to like this random stuff. I don't know. Plus, a lot of character decisions don't really make sense as we move through. So you start to get a little bit frustrated with both how our plot is proceeding as well as with our characters. Jude Law also calls it out in the beginning by saying Blake Lively's character is a cliche. And I think he was really just talking to the movie. I'm actually quite bothered with the story arc of Blake Lively's Stephanie character. I mean, really, where we start off in this film is like, oh, I rolled my eyes. I was like, really? We're doing this? Oh, God, why? Why? Why is this trope rearing its ugly head here? And while I definitely appreciated, as I said in my positives, that we took our time to build up this character, it takes a long time for us to get to ultimately what we all paid the ticket to see, and that's some like kick butt Blake Lively action, right? And it takes a long time, and even when we start getting there, we never fully get there. Not to mention, the action in this film is very shaky with super fast cuts, blocking you from being able to really see much of anything. And even when we go through other sequences in the film that aren't really action driven, I don't know, the like handheld camera style really just kind of made me a bit nauseous. So overall, the rhythm section feels very familiar, but I think it's far from the worst of these female-led action revenge flicks that we've received over the last few years. Now, it's no Atomic Blonde, but it is still a good enough, solid film. However, if you are coming in looking for something like Atomic Blonde, I would probably compare this more to last year's Anna when it comes down to story, though I certainly enjoyed this a lot more than Anna or Peppermint or Proud Mary. Take that for what you will. It's a slower burn that doesn't get into that high adrenaline action you're looking for. So my ultimate recommendation for the rhythm section is probably going to be a rental. It's advertised, and I think it's a little bit too slow. It has too many problems to give a theatrical treatment, but I think it's far from the disaster that, to this point, it seems to be made out to be. So, that is my review of the rhythm section. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see the rhythm section, or have you already seen it? If you have, let me know your thoughts, either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!